This is our first installment of the year. It's brought to you by Sports Select and sportselect.com. So you can simply make your picks online, generate a QR code, and lock in your bet at your local lotto spot retailer. Everything is 100% illegal. Chance to winning cash in hand. Sports Select must be 18 plus to play. We'll talk a lot of games of chance and betting with this guy as we go. But he's joining us. Here he is. Eric Francis is back with us. Cabbage
No
Rolls?
intro.
No, not
No
yet.
intro, nothing.
I just read one. I thought I did a pretty good job there.
No. Last year there were drums. There's a drum roll and there was music.
Oh,
And it just it made me feel really special. And this, I don't know, it didn't make me feel that special this time.
okay. What about what's
Eric,
your cabbage roll? What's your cabbage roll take? What's your cabbage roll take? What kind of cabbage rolls do you like?
Oh my God. That's a tough. Like I love cabbage rolls.
That's not a good start.
No, and the tomato sauce. It's like that. I love a cabbage roll. It's underrated. Hey, look, I know in Saskatchewan it's not underrated, but here in Calgary, I find the cabbage roll is underrated. Like, I'm not sure my kids have ever had a cabbage roll. Put it that way. Like,
Tough sell.
That's a real specialty.
It's a tough sell to kids to be like, hey, I want you to eat this rice and sausage rolled up in a piece of cabbage with some tomato soup. It just sounds gross when you say it, but when you eat it and your baba makes it and it's cooked and you get the little crispy parts at the bottom, it's unreal.
Your baba, I love it. Yeah, I don't have a baba, but I have friends with babas, and whenever I have a chance to eat one of their cabbage rolls, I delight in it. So you asked me my take on cabbage rolls, like. Don't ever try to bring. If anyone ever brought like a harsh take on cabbage rolls, we can't be friends. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, what we have about 8 minutes today, and we're going to talk Flames, Oilers, and Canucks. But do you want to tell Maz the story about us having beers on Friday night and the anniversary? You're a big anniversary guy. You were going through all your anniversaries.
Dude, that was brilliant. Okay, I've never seen that happen before in my life. Barney and I are having a beverage. We're having a great conversation. Everything's good. And then he out of nowhere, he goes, oh my God, is it my anniversary? Like out of nowhere, boom. Is it my anniversary? And he figured the only way to find out, he went through his son, no answer. And he felt like he needed to know. He just sent a text to his wife and it said, is it our anniversary? Like that's bold, man. Just to ask her straight up, am I missing something? And she just rolled back up. You know they have a good marriage because she just rolled back, LOL, no, the 12th or something, a couple days later. So he was off the hook. Nice move, bro.
Because he's going through all the
Barney
anniversaries.
in a nutshell. That's Barney in a nutshell. Right there.
Yeah, you don't write that stuff down in your phone. Like my wife just so happened that day, I was telling Barney, like, today's the 15th anniversary of the day I started at Hockey Night in Canada. Like, that's dumb. That's a dumb thing to tell people, and it's a dumb thing to write in your phone. And my wife tells me that every year when I say, hey, it's the 14th or 15th year since I started Hockey Night in Canada. She thinks that's ridiculous. But I'm going to tell you, in a case like your anniversary, you may want to think about it.
There's so we can continue going on that. That's the story that'll keep giving. Okay, break it down. This year we got Vegas in Calgary tonight. Let's start with this because
Vegas
when
Mitch.
Yeah, when we were talking
Vegas Mitch
about this the other day, explain to our people, I had no idea how small Dustin Wolf actually is.
Yeah, when I was telling you, like, so they have him listed now at 166 pounds. And you know how the NHL or all sports works. They bloat these things somewhat. I don't know what percentage they add to it, but I've always understood him to be 155 pounds. I remember asking him in training camp last year if he put on any weight. He goes, oh, God, I gave up on that years ago. Like, I've worked with trainers, nutritionists, and I can't put on weight. So I'm a $155, and that's what it is. Like that, people talk about Dustin Wolf, and around the league, they refer to him as being a small goaltender, and they're only referring to the fact that they think he's a shade under 6 feet tall, which is short amongst NHL goalies. But 155 to 166 pounds, wherever the truth lies there, that's a significant, like that's Johnny Gaudreau size. That's in a land of giants, you're just a little mighty mite. And that's what I worry about when they talk about, durability and Dustin Wolf and can he start 60, 65 games this year? The durability when you're only that big, I just wonder, it just takes one crease crasher and that could be trouble for a small guy like that.
Vegas rolls in town tonight. Mitch Marner is now a Vegas Golden Knight. But is Noah Hannafin not playing for the Knights? Is he hurt? What's his situation?
Good question. Now that you mention it, I didn't see him down at the rink, and so he must be out. You know what? I forgot that he was a Golden Knight. I was at the morning skate today, and I was so fixated on Mitch Marner. I know. Isn't that crazy? Noah Hannafin, I like him a lot. Like, I get along great with him. He's one of those guys you reach out to every once in a while. How you doing? I guess I forgot to reach out today and see how he was doing. So, yeah, you're right. I didn't see him in the morning skate, so he is probably out. Mitch Marner is in the lineup, and shockingly wasn't made available to the media today. I guess once you're in a Canadian market like Toronto, you remember what it's like to face all the Canadian media, and he was shockingly absent after his skate. He disappeared right after his skate today, so didn't get a chance to ask Mitch about his old neighborhood or anything like that.
What are the real expectations in Calgary this year for the Flames?
Same as they've been for the 31 years I've covered the team. Barely make the playoffs and see if he can do some damage in the playoffs. Like I'm not. It's not even a criticism. It's just a fact. It's the way it is in Calgary. Like, they think that they can find a way to score a few more goals than they did last year, and break that tie that they were in last year for the last playoff spot. Like, they were fourth lowest scoring team in the league last year. And their whole goal is to try and figure out ways to, with the exact same lineup, find more goals. So that's exactly where the Calgary Flames are at right now, and it's going to be touch and go all year as to whether or not they can do it.
Eric, I thought it was very fitting for Flames fans. The very first game of the season, it was like their Stanley Cup. They beat the Oilers in a crazy fashion in a shootout. And I'm like, if this is the peak, it's going to be a long 81 other games for Flames fans, because there were people online celebrating like they had just won Lord Stanley's mug. And this was the start of it all. And watch out, here we come.
Well, to do it in the comeback fashion they did, down 3 goals in the first period, like that, or after 2 periods, whatever it was, and win 4-3 in a shootout. Like, that's reason to celebrate. You just beat the team that went to the final 2 years in a row, and it happens to be your division and lifelong rival. Like, I get it. Be happy, celebrate it. But things haven't gone so well for them after those 2 games. They've lost their last 2 games, but funny, Ryan Husker was saying today he thought that the game their worst game of the 3 was the Oiler game, the one game they won. They thought their better games were the 2 that they lost. So, look, that's the fate of the Calgary Flames forever and ever. Amen. Like, they're always just going to be, hard to peg, but still right in the mix. When you think they're dead, they will rise. When you think they're going to rise, they will fall. It's the plight of the Calgary Flames fan. It really is.
What do we got? 2.5 minutes here, so we might have to shelf Vancouver for another time. But what are you most curious to watch up the road with the Oilers this year?
The goaltending situation. Like, what are they going to do? I mean, are they going to come up with a creative way to find another goalie this year, or are they going to roll the dice one more year on him? Or over the next little while, they're out east for I think 5 in a row. Are they going to start playing Calvin Pickard a lot? Just make that pivot right now and see if that makes better sense for them. So the goaltending is a big thing for them. It's the only thing people from afar really worry about. And then the other one's Mangiapane, former Calgary Flame. He's going to play tonight with Draisaitl and McDavid. Wow, when you're a free agent and you sign with a team and they say, yeah, you'll get a chance to play with Draisaitl or McDavid at times, you never factor in the fact that you might be playing with both. What a lottery winner for him. And he's had a good couple games so far. And man, if that worked out for him, I'd be thrilled for the guy because he's one of the good ones, that's for sure.
Rangers tonight for the Oilers. Tyler Myers fined $2,500 for lifting the crotch of Connor McDavid the other night. Once again, Canucks social media. Eric, if there's one thing you told us last year, don't ever wade in on Canucks social media, not a place anybody ever needs to be. So you just watch from afar and go, Tyler, you kind of you chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, they're lovely people out there on the other side of the mountains. I think the world of them, and I would never say anything bad about the mob in Vancouver, that's for sure. But that is a funny one, isn't it? I mean, did anyone in the world think that Myers was going to get away with lifting the crotch of Captain Canada? Or I know he's not Captain Canada, but the great player of our time. Nobody could have ever thought that was going to happen, right?
Okay. How about, can you give us 40 seconds? What do you think of that Lane Hudson deal?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying he left a lot of money on the table, and I just got to say, like, look, this guy's trending to be maybe the third best defenseman in the NHL. I know it's 1 year, but the numbers he put up were so ridiculous for a first-year player. Leaving money on the table is not something that a guy signing his first-year deal should worry about, and nor did he. At the end of the day, he's getting $70 million. When a guy's signing his first contract, his entry-level, coming out of his entry-level deal, you take the money. When you're dealing with your second contract and you're Jack Eichel or all these other guys, Mitch Marner guys get signing their second or third deal, then it's about maximizing the dollar figure. But that first deal, like Dustin Wolf, like Lane Hudson, like so many guys coming out of their entry-level deal, if someone's offering you money that will alter your family's course for the next 7 generations, you take it and you worry about the million or two you left on the table later. It's not something anyone is thinking about. So good on Lane Hudson for taking an incredible deal, and he'll get paid more next time around, I promise.
Okay, you guys can regroup tomorrow and talk Vancouver Canucks. That's all we got for today. Go and find a cabbage roll and feed your kid a cabbage roll tonight.
Get me an introduction. That was so weak. It really hurt me. Very offensive.
Well, we have a heavy metal band that's going to do one this year for you.
Oh,
they're on tour currently.
Okay, well, when they get back, make sure they get to it. That'd be great.